Hey guys, it's me, Hunt. Now, haven't uploaded in a minute, but I mean, to be fair, I just uploaded. And the last thing that I did was like another long video, so I mean, I've been kind of on a little bit of a break. But I guess this is a life update video now. So, as you probably read the title and immediately noticed, I have braces now. Yeah. It's because, well, my front tooth, this one right here, started developing outwards. Very convenient for me. And, yeah. This is just like the first stage of it. I'm gonna have this for like a year, but the next appointment, which will be in 6 weeks, I get to have bottom braces now because they have to like align both rows together, which is gonna be great. All right, let me walk you through the procedure. I'm going to try my best to, describe it all for you. So, very first thing, when we got there, sat down, operator, she pointed out, oh yeah, here's her, fuck. Okay. First thing, there was a list of the colors that I could choose. She said you could choose up to two for I presume one was the wire and the other one was, the braces themselves. I chose gray and royal blue. Amazing. So at first, she just did the normal cleaning of my teeth. Standard procedure for a normal dentist visit, but she just did that so everything could be ready. Now next is when it starts getting sadistic. Immediately. So they put this thing in your mouth that basically makes it so it's just open. It peels back your lip, well, it forces up your lips and stuff. So then your mouth is open constantly. Or it keeps your mouth open. And then they put another thing in there, which is supposed to hold your tongue in one place, or it's supposed to keep it in one place, and also it's supposed to remove saliva from your mouth because they need it to be super dry in order to operate. Which they actually have you hold the tube to it a little bit. And then another thing was that there was a piece of cloth or something, I don't know, like a towel, like a paper towel or something, I don't fucking know. It was placed in between my upper gums and my lips, I guess just to also hold it in place, to make it easier, I don't know. So then they wouldn't have to hold it. But yeah, and at this point, I'm fully reclined down. And then I presume they'd start doing she starts doing a deeper clean maybe. I remember water being sprayed. A lot of this I had my eyes closed. So yeah. I had water sprayed and all that stuff. And now because I had my eyes closed, I don't know exactly what they were doing. So I'm just gonna try my best to tell you exactly how it felt. Now I was told two things. One, this would be 90 minutes, which was a lie. It was actually under an hour, which I'm not complaining. And two, it would be painful, which was also a lie, but again, not complaining in the slightest. It's just an endurance test because of, all the shit that they put in your mouth. Especially for me because you're not really supposed to swallow. And I'm, for some reason, the kind of person that has a tendency to do it every 10 seconds or something. It's just to get rid of saliva or something. I don't know. It's impulsive. I don't goddamn know. So you can imagine, just laying there and then having water in the very back of your throat that you just want to get rid of, but you can't. And especially during a normal dentist appointment where they're cleaning your teeth. Meaning that the water would be dirty or sometimes even bloody. That happened once, and yeah, it's kind of a hard time for me. But eventually, it's not so bad. That's the mental endurance test of it. And it's also just you would feel building pressure, essentially. So, after the deeper cleaning, I guess, that's when they actually started, she said, okay, we're time to actually start to put the braces on you. I could remember feeling just like an ascending pressure all along my teeth. I don't know what it was. But then after, a little bit after that, then I started to feel, something being tacked on to my teeth individually, like right in the center, which I presume is the brace. I don't know though, actually, maybe not. Because they didn't ask for what color that I wanted until like a little bit after. And she said, okay, I'm going to remove the excess glue. So they do that. Then that's when they start adding the braces, because then I was reclined down even further, and then another operator who I knew because like 3 weeks ago when I first came to that orthodontist, this one guy, he checked around my teeth and stuff. And that guy was there also doing the operation. They finally removed all the stuff from my mouth. And immediately, it felt really weird. Like they asked me how it felt and I just said, weird. Here's what it actually felt. My lips were dry as fuck. Shocking, I know, but yeah. And it felt kind of weird to have saliva in my mouth. Well, not really too weird. But also my lips felt folded. Like they definitely still have like crease marks and stuff. Because that's kind of what it does. And that's immediately when she had me say like what color braces that I wanted. And I thought I was gonna sound super weird, like, because I just had my mouth forced open for the last like 30 minutes and now I have to speak. But no, I spoke perfectly fine. And I just said that I wanted gray and royal blue. That's when they actually tacked on the braces, I believe. All I could remember. And I think this was also true because afterwards, they tightened them. She tightened them on with some kind of tool. All I could remember was on each individual tooth, there would be the feeling of something being not drilled in, but tightened on, and it put pressure on it. That immediately went away after they went to the next tooth, kind of, or dissipated. But it was pressure. It's kind of weird. I'll draw an illustration for this using my beautiful artistic expertise. It was like if the outline of my tooth had pressure on it, and it felt like it was burning almost, just slightly. It's kind of weird. After they tack on the braces, then she was preparing the metal wire to be slipped in, and she said that, oh, you're gonna have to, you'll help me hold this. So she put it on my tooth just to hold it there, and then she told me with one finger, hold it there. That's what I did, and what she was doing was just cutting the ends of it so then the wire could be as long as my row of teeth, so it could just slip in perfectly fine. And then I remember it being slowly slipped in, and it kind of almost felt like it was wrapping around my entire tooth. I don't know why it felt that way, even though I know that wasn't true. I guess, I don't know, it was just really binding. Then after that, I was done. And I was like, oh wait, we're done already? Damn, it hasn't been 90 minutes. I walked around a lot with my mouth open, kind of, just a little bit. And she told me, oh, go get your parents now. We need to, tell them all the stuff about what to do with your braces next. My dad was with me. Because we were under the assumption that this was going to take a long time, he left to do other things. So I told her, he may or may not be there. And she was like, do you want to call him? I was like, I'll just check first. So I walk out into the waiting room, and he's actually there. He's in the back. He wasn't in the same seat as before, so I was like, oh, he's gone. But then I turn, and then I see him. And what's funny is that on the way back in the truck, he told me that apparently I went out to check for him right as he got back, which is really funny. He left to go to a bike center or something, I don't know, because he's on an electric bike craze right now. And he bought him and my mom some. Anyways, off topic. So yeah, I asked, you need to come here, and then we went back. And then she told me she told us like all the stuff that we got to do, you know, how I can brush my teeth now and stuff like that. Actually, here, one sec. She gave me this bag, this literal starter kit of, you know, stuff to use now for brushing. This, I think this is the wax. Okay, let's see. Let's do an unboxing, shall we? So, shit. Okay. This is like a bristle thing, I believe. This is a toothbrush that's apparently supposed to be like on the go or something. Here's an actual toothbrush. This is a mirror, like a mini mirror. Oh, I think this is supposed to be like specialized flossing stuff that I can like stick in between the wire or something, or like get in between there. Okay, we got a timer. Big fan of that. And also my mom, she also had braces. My dad never did. Nor my sister. Lucky us. She was telling me about like, oh yeah, if it ever feels like discomfort, which it doesn't, they'll give you like this wax in order to put on it. And yeah, they gave me the wax and they like went over it, which I found kind of funny. So how does it feel now? Well, I know automatically like how this is going to affect my life, obviously. It's not uncomfortable or anything as of right now. It's just, you know, its presence is always going to be there. I'm always going to feel it, and eventually on my bottom row as well, which is going to be great. I thought I was only going to have to do the top, but I guess not. I don't know why I was thinking that. Oh well. But yeah. I guess in 6 weeks I'll give you a follow-up video. And if you want to see that, you already know what to do. You gotta subscribe. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye. So considering how delayed this video is, for reference, I recorded all that stuff on Monday. It is now Thursday night. Haha. How does it feel now? Well, the answer is fucking terrible. I'm kidding. Okay. So yeah, that diagram, I think it would be better to describe how I'm feeling now. On Monday night, went to sleep. In the morning, woke up, just pain. Well, not pain, okay. I could recall in my dreams, or well, while I was sleeping, I could feel myself like just doing this in my sleep. And that may or may not have contributed to how I'm feeling now. But essentially, whenever I press on my teeth, if I'm like just, you know, closing my teeth, or if I'm eating something especially, they feel like hypersensitive. Especially very particular teeth. Which kind of sucks because like a lot of them are like my molars, and that's how you're supposed to eat with braces. You're supposed to chew with your molars. And yeah, it really sucks. But oh well. Also, fuck, feet reveal, my bad. Hey guys, let's give a review. This, I was wrong, it's actually floss. And this is apparently like a hook or something that you're supposed to hold it. 0 out of 10. It sucks. I just use these things, these rods that I just stick in there, like right there. Cause I never use like actually, you know, like just the string that you're supposed to floss by, like actually using them and sticking them between your teeth. I just use these things that come with a hook and everything. This mirror is useless. And also, this is apparently the wax stuff that I was talking about. Yeah. And another thing. Okay, never mind. I think it's actually out back, but if you for some reason wanted an update on the side quest that I went on, the C plot of this video where I mentioned electric bikes, I now own an e-scooter. It's crazy. It's like massive. It's very bulky and it like goes very fast. Yeah. So see you guys in the next video. Bye. Subscribe.